NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes us up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. And they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
It's Rodgers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. To throw is Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 35 yards. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive with Cook. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Was Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. First down, here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Going to go on 4th down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Cousins. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Was Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner? After the sack on first down, Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb, and it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. On play action, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well. Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover. And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list. Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. He'll get this to Lazard. They find some open field here. There he goes left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Vikings 7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 30 yards. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Rodgers again now. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Packers 35, Vikings 14. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Cousins on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. Finding space at the 40. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 39 yards there. A big one. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On play action, now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Dancing to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers.
Right side to Watson.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Rodgers throwing here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw.
Tunyon's got it on the out route.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones.
He finds Watson complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown! Christian Watson, 53 yards. And the Packers have made it a 3-score game now here in the fourth. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future.
And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On second and goal, Rodgers.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Rodgers.
And he's brought down. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Tampa. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air right away is Brady. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Brady now to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. On the counter, here's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. From the 10, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
again, it'll be Dillon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We're scoreless after one.
Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal.
Here's Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, Charles certainly circled that play, and we might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
That's taken in by Watson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up the 1st and goal.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Dillon again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan
from 6 yards away.
And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Brady.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On 1st down, Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On second down, Dillon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Dillon now on 1st and 10. Bulldozes past him.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And this is caught. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
Brady will look to throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boy, it's only a one-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And some room to maneuver. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Rodgers now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And there, once he's outside of the pocket and doesn't see anything, very smart play to just throw it away. That was only first down. He's got a few more shots maybe. He can take it the end zone.
Running right, Jones. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. Brady going to throw.
Completes it again to Gage. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Throwing again on second down. Brady.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. The 30. 10. 5. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Rodgers.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And again, it's Rodgers. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Past the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Brady's going to look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, 29 yards. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On play action, Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above.
This is caught at the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On play action, it's Rodgers.
The throw right side going to be complete to DeGuara.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Rodgers throwing here.
He'll find DeGuara.
And I think the ball's out, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Jones throwing on fourth down, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the
site that many call the loudest in the NFL. We are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
They'll try the right side with Jones, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Brought down by Willie Gay.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Rodgers to throw. His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Touchdown! Randall Cobb from 4 yards out. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
And they'll be set up a good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
Down the left sideline.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
59 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Rodgers now on first down. And complete once again to Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
The give is to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. To throw is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now
there he goes left side. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end.
91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And now it's blocked. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 40, the 20, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. And here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's not going to get in as a try for two comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Mahomes going to throw. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Mahomes to throw once more. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10.
Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball down.
Touchdown! Clyde Edwards-Helaire from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. To throw, it's Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mahomes. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, Let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Avoids him at the 40. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. On second down, it's Jones. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers looking to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now Crosby for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Packers 34, Chiefs 22. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final try from Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on.
about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway in Southern California.
A short kick taken at the 18.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Throwing first play is Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing is Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Rodgers again now. Touchdown! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Chargers nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers buying, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Rodgers to throw. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right.
I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And
this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. It wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They run again with Dillon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On play action, Rodgers being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. On play action, it's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert, and the Chargers are back within a score. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Rodgers now on 1st down. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
The quick slant caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chargers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction
watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Herbert now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Allen has it, left side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, Herbert. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. 20, 10, 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick 6. But, look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive? Time to find out. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A give to Jones. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. To throw is Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. It's a no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Rodgers to throw. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jerry Tillery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Glendale.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they were ringing him down a couple yards short.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes us forward and call it a pickup of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
And here's Jones again on second down.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? Or does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught by Cobb.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Going to go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Now
that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
To throw again on second down. Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Murray now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, Murray. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Connor's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold him to a short pickup.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Steven Anderson from a yard out. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Pulls it in at the 13. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go on?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it.
When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Rodgers.
Finds his receiver, Watson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Murray now on 1st down. And complete to Zach Ertz.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Kingsley Enagbari.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Rodgers.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Dancing. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Easy.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Now Murray again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Forced out to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then maybe hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Murray now on 1st down. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 2. The 15-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Murray now to throw. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 15-yard touchdown ground.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Prater for the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers.
Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals will take over here just shy of the 30.